All right, so first off, I want to tell you about the dream I had last night.
Yeah.
Well, it's not as crazy as the one I had before, though, but it was still
Okay.
fun. I had a dream that I was playing soccer again. It was really cool.
Nice.
Although all the perspectives seemed really off. Like, the audience
yeah?
seemed larger than they should have been, and then all the players seemed smaller. It was very bizarre.
Oh.
The most important thing is I had a breakaway and scored a goal. But then they were all like, oh, I don't think it's going to count. And I was like, what? Why not? And I can't remember. They used a word. I believe it's only... I wish I could remember what it's not scrim. It starts with an S. I cannot remember. But basically, they were like shifting out their roster of players. They were trying to swap out their players, I guess. Yep. And of course, I'm like, during a breakaway? That seems stupid. So of course, I was all nervous. But then the coach got in the middle of the field. And then I got the point. And then we were applauding.
Yay!
Unfortunately, we were still, I think it was 1-3, so we were still very much behind. But it felt nice!
That sounds like a great dream.
Yeah. Then I woke up and realized that I overslept. Good times.
Oh boy.
Hello, Cinema Peeps!
Hello, Cinema Peeps!
Woo! Happy Tuesday.
Yes, it is Tuesday. There was a long weekend this weekend, and I totally forgot it was Tuesday. Nothing new, really.
Nothing new. Well, it was Lover's Day, Vampire's Day, Valentine's Day. That's what that's called, right?
Heart Day, yes.
I used to call it Discount Chocolate Candy Day.
Hell yeah.
But I can't have any, so...
Oh, yes.
That's unfortunate. However, our neighbors did give us the most beautiful cupcakes.
Oh, I saw your Snapchat. They looked so elegant.
Yeah, it was kind of rude, to be honest. But you know what? I was like, fuck it. And I ate one.
Nice.
I was like, fuck that shit. Being
Treat
on a
yourself.
diet sucks. No one should have to put themselves through it. It sucks. It's just... But I'm trying to be healthier. I'm trying to be better.
Yeah.
At least that's what I'm telling myself to get me fucking through this motherfucking hellhole. But, you know.
Hashtag self-care.
Hashtag trying not to jump in vats of lava to fucking end my life. Holy ball sacks. But, I mean, the positives is that it's going very well, but...
That's good.
It's still going to be a long-ass journey, so you're going to hear me complain about it all the time.
Yeah.
Because that's why you subscribe to this content, right?
Right? It's funny, I was talking to my dad today and I was saying how it's crazy that, like, we're literally a few weeks away from it being a full year since we've been in quarantine.
Yep.
And my head just started, like, racing and being like I was like, oh man, like, it's crazy it's only been a year, but it feels like it's been longer. And then the first thing that popped in my head was like, my name is Oliver Queen after 5 years in hell. I'm like, that's my life. Mm-hmm. My name's Kendra Shafka after 5 years in hell.
Fuck, I hope not. I hope it's not gonna be fucking 5 years. I mean, it'll probably take that long.
It feels like 5 years.
Fix any damage, but like...
Yeah.
Not more than that bullshit.
I feel like we need to have a celebration, like an anniversary of like a year in quarantine.
Get the cake, get the cupcakes, let's have a party.
Woo! Happy quarantine anniversary.
Right? Oh well. Yeah, it's been a weird, long year. But, I mean, we could celebrate in April, because then it'll be a year of the podcast.
Yes!
So that's something a little better.
That sounds much better. I like that idea.
Right? Good for the morning day, yeah. I don't know why I said that, but, you know, it's there, and
that's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Which is also coming up soon.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. After after you get your heart broken, you drink a lot and pretend you're Irish,
green
I guess.
beer. Yep.
Blah. I remember, was it in school? Yeah, you had to wear green, otherwise you got pinched or whatever.
Ugh, yeah. They stopped making that a rule for a long time because people were like, I don't like it, I'm getting hurt, and abuse or sexual assault or whatever.
Oh, you just lie. You just go, my underwear's green.
Right? That was the thing.
And then who's gonna be like, well, drop your pants down on the playground? Like, no.
Yeah.
No one's gonna fucking do that. So that was usually the deflection. Or you just put like a green pin or something under, and you're like, look, it's green. There you go. Fuck off.
Yep.
Don't bother me.
Or you paint your nails, and you're like, green nails.
Yeah. Green earrings, whatever it be.
Green earrings, yep. Green braces, you know, you could take it so far.
Yes, you could. Yes.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't really give a shit about St. Patrick's Day. Maybe I should. I just don't.
You know, you can make the most of it or not worry about it at all. Like, my sister and I used to make a tradition where we'd make green pancakes and sprinkle Lucky Charm marshmallows on them just for fun, because it just gave us something to do, right?
Yeah.
So we would do that.
Yeah, it's one of those holidays, like, I feel like I enjoyed more as a child, even though there was still nothing to do. It was just like, oh yeah. Maybe there's just because there was cards associated with it or something that you got.
Yeah, you made more of a big deal about it in school as a kid, because there was, like, crafts you could do, and then it was they'd make a game out of it and be like, oh, the leprechaun came and left you a chocolate coin on your desk, or, yeah.
And then as an adult, it's just like, just drink until you die. I'm like... Nope, don't really care about that, so alright, never mind. Means
Were you ever
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Were you ever a fan of the, what are they called, the Shamrock Shakes?
I don't think I've ever had one.
Yeah, me neither, at McDonald's.
Yeah, and it's a huge thing, and I don't think I've ever had one.
No, and they just sound disgusting to me.
I just remember the one ad I think they had for it, where they asked someone to describe the flavor, and the person's just like, it's shamrock. They're like, I know, but like, what's the flavor? They're like, shamrock. And the reporter's like losing their mind. She's like, what's the flavor? And they're like, shamrock. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, all right then.
This isn't making me want this anymore.
I know. Some of the ads, I don't know. Sometimes it's like, yeah, you nailed it. Other times I'm like, what the actual fuck? But that was definitely a trend, I feel. And I think it was caused by the Super Bowl of just creating the most bizarre ad you could.
Yeah.
Like, it almost had nothing to do with the product. You're just like, get a big celebrity, make it as crazy as you can.
Yep.
And I'm like, what is...
Here's a bunch of money, go.
Yeah, it's like, what is this? I don't understand. Yeah. Did you do anything for Valentine's Day, or were you just like, well, it's another year of being forever alone? Yeah.
Yeah, we don't usually make a huge deal out of Valentine's Day. My dad, ever since I was little, has made it a tradition that he will buy my sister and my mom and I roses. Aww. So my mom gets a beautiful bouquet of roses, and he gets my sister and I these funky little, like, rainbow tie-dye. I think I have it on my desk over here. This little rose right here.
You also had a picture tie-dye
of it. Rose. Yeah.
That's really cute.
But yeah, he does that, and then this year we decided to make an angel food cake, but a gluten-free one, because we're gluten-free now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why do you hate yourselves? I don't understand.
Digestive issues, sadly. But it wasn't too bad. If you pile on the fruit and the whipped cream, it tastes just about as good. If you have it by itself, it's dusty as hell. But
I always like how that's the solution. Well, if you just dump it in more sugar, I'm sure it's fine.
Right? Just douse it with more sweet liquids, and then it'll be fine.
Right.
But yeah, we did that, and then Zena and I did a Galentine's Day dinner, because we're officially able to go out to restaurants. The restrictions have been lifted.
I'm a little confused, though. I thought you could only do it within your own household and not with other people.
No, you can do it if you live alone. You can have another person in your cohort. So it was just the two of us.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
That's what I thought. That was the tricky rule. Because everyone was excited, but I was like, I think you still have to do it only within your own family groups. But okay, that makes sense.
Right, that's what I thought too. But supposedly, if you live alone, you can have a minimum of 2 people, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's nice, though.
Yeah. So we went out to Boston Pizza and got a heart-shaped pizza for Valentine's Day.
Fuck yeah. Pizza?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm hungry.
How about you? Did you do anything?
I mean, most of the day was pretty normal, but then we did kind of do a Valentine's Day dinner with the fam jam. Brought out the special white tablecloth with a little accent of red tablecloth on top.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, we had ribs, Caesar salad, and green beans.
Ooh.
We all got Valentine's Day cards. And we got 2 little 70% cocoa chocolates, Lindor chocolates, which actually weren't too bad, surprisingly.
Nice.
Because, still trying to be smart, but, apparently the darker the chocolate, the better it is for you, but the more miserable you'll be. So
I have heard that.
Topsy-turvy. But then we watched Valentine's Day, the movie, on Valentine's Day.
Nice.
Oh, boy, that movie's bad.
Oh, yeah.
Tell
me about it.
Any amount of alcohol could save it, honestly.
Nope.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to look this up, so I'm going to look this up now quickly. But, I was also kind of disappointed because I'm pretty sure it's directed by the same guy who did, what is that movie called? The Princess Diaries. And I was like, what? Dude.
Oh, Gary Marshall?
So, I was like, even if it's bad, he's normally pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not good, people. Really, it's 2 hours and 5 minutes? God, it felt like fucking forever. That's for fucking sure. Ridiculous.
I watched Princess Bride.
Ooh, nice.
On Valentine's Day night. Because it was on TV, and it's Valentine's Day night. Because it's the classic Valentine's movie.
Well, yeah.
It's funny, actually. I was joking with my family. Everything that I've heard, movies and music nowadays, there seems to always be, a lyric or, a line in the movie that's very triggering now because of, the pandemic and stuff like that. So, in The Princess Bride, that's the scene where he's talking to, he's talking to Buttercup or whatever, and he's got the mask on, and she's like, but why are you wearing a mask? And he's like, oh, I find him quite comfortable, actually. I believe everybody in the future is going to start wearing masks. And it's just like... you just start getting, real... Oh
my God, he predicted the future.
Yep. Just, your soul kind of dies a little bit inside. You're like, oh.
Right? But yeah, it was Gary Marshall, and he did direct The Princess Diaries, so... A little sad that it was it's a huge disappointment, but I guess, I don't know. It's still fun to watch with my family, because...
You know what? Someone somewhere really loves that movie. And you can't please everybody. So there's always got to be one dud out of your list of, your repertoire of films that you've done. There's always going to be one that just doesn't quite make it.
No. I guess the problem is, my mom was comparing it constantly to Love Actually.
Well, yeah, you can't really do that.
It's the superior, better one. But again, there's probably people who hate it, but I fucking love that film to pieces.
Yeah. I will say, though, that at least Valentine's Day, the movie, is a little more tolerable than New Year's Eve.
I was gonna say, we haven't watched that one, but my mom also bought it for DVD.
Yeah.
And so she's like, we should watch it on New Year's Eve. And I was like, nah, let's just watch it.
Yeah, I'll have a long while to wait.
Yeah, right? I was like, let's just watch it the fucking day. Who gives a shit? Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but maybe down the road. But if you think it's worse, then we are in for a tweet.
Personally, I find it's much worse, yes.
And I think they also did another one, Mother's Day, and kind of in the same wheelhouse with, three different moms and stuff.
I never watched that one.
Nope. I saw it and I was like, it's not gonna be good. I'm just...
Nope.
Nope. I think the trouble with doing films that have such large ensembles of people, and, they always try to get, the biggest names they can.
Mm-hmm.
But, when you're trying to do that, it's a hard thing to juggle. Because you're trying to tell so many stories.
Intertwine them somehow.
Yeah. And I mean, again, going back to Love Actually, I think they do a pretty spot-on job. But I also, gave a shit about majority of those characters.
Right.
And I mean, over the years, I've appreciated some more over time. But, I'm only going to speak with Valentine's Day. I didn't really give a shit about any of the couples.
Yeah.
I think my only favorite scene is when Jennifer Gardner is confronting her cheating boyfriend because he said he was divorced from his wife, but he actually wasn't. Oh, McDreamy, you bad boy.
Yeah.
So she confronts him at a restaurant, and then I just got the kick because, the waiter busboy, because, the Jennifer Gardner plays like a teacher to like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 5th graders, 4th graders, I don't know. They don't say. And the busboy, I guess, one of the kids in her class, that's his dad. And I just found it so funny. And then he was like, "Oh, here's the food you ordered. We threw in some extra." And she's like, "Good." She goes, "Charge it on his card?" Yes. Okay, good. That's what I thought. And then she just storms out with these lobster tails and shit.
That's awesome.
And I was like, that's probably the only good part.
Yep.
Oh, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, the last thing I would say about that movie is they do like a weird bloop gag reel during the credits. And my parents were like, I think this is the best part of the film. I was like, damn. But yar. Just don't. Okay, yo. Now I've just remembered. Did you watch WandaVision?
Yes, I did watch WandaVision.
Holy ball sacks. Talk about, like, ending it. And I was like, what? No!
Right?
I was so hoping they were going to show more, but I was like, come on!
I know, like, I'm happy for when all the CW shows are going to start up again, but, like, the way they're doing this is so well done, I hate it. Because you're like, they get you right at the point where you're like, what's going to happen? And then wait till next week, and you're like, son of a bitch.
I'm also a little mad myself, because when I checked IMDb again recently, so apparently there's not going to be a week gap.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I'm kind of mad.
But I've also learned to not trust IMDb sometimes. Because
you know what,
some of the
fair.
facts they put on there are, yeah. They're kind of questionable.
Yeah.
Just a little questionable.
I mean, on one hand, I am happy then that it's just a continuous thing.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering why I was thinking they were skipping that week gap, because I noticed when, like, at the first time the last episode was going to end, was only, like, 3 or 4 days before the Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier, is it a TV show, movie, whatever is going to come out?
Yes.
So I thought maybe that's why they were doing the week gap, but now they're not, so it's like, whatever. Much better. This is how I want it anyway. And my friend's like, I don't know, should I watch it? And I was like, all right, I'm going to put this out there. But I think it's the best thing Marvel's ever made. And I mean, I could be wrong, but, like, I'm going to stand by that point. She goes, oh, you really like it? And I was like, yeah. She goes, you know what? Yeah, I'll watch it. But then she was, like, worried. I guess she was like, I'm only going to watch a couple because, you know, I don't want to, you know, I want to kind of prolong it so I have content to watch. But I think it was by, like, Friday or Saturday when the new episode was out, she was all caught up. It only took her for, like, 2 days. And I was like, oh, so you just, like, she's like, yeah, I watched it all. So we were just, like, chatting about it, which was awesome. Because we were like,
nice.
How is, like, Quicksilver there, you know? Why is all this? And, like, the kids, which, I did, like, a little bit of research on because I was curious. So what's really cool is that I guess they do have the powers of the twins of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. And the one kid's costume was actually, when I was, like, looking it up, that was, like, the replica of his costume that they have him depicted in, so.
Of the one son?
Yeah. I thought that was very cool.
Oh.
The one,
yeah.
The Quicksilver one didn't seem to have kind of an official costume, but, you know, they just kind of played off. He's like, oh, well, he has super speed too, so there we go.
I like that they kind of paid homage to that and had them all dress up in, like, the retro comic book Halloween costumes. That was cool. Fucking
also love the opening of Malcolm in the Middle. Like, that was amazing.
Right? I love how they did that. That was awesome.
It was so good. Because obviously, again, Wanda's getting even more powerful because she's expanded the border of her world. It, like, sucked up everybody. I felt really bad. I was like, oh no. Although somebody posted, it was just a theory, or just kind of like one of those, like, not a serious theory, but, like, kind of like a wish theory. I don't know if that makes sense, but, you know, just something how they wish their words are so hard today. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Anyway, I don't know why it's taking me so long to explain this. So somebody was saying, she goes, I would like to think that Doctor Strange plucked Quicksilver from the X, because he is played by the same guy who did the X-Men version, so he plucked them from another multiverse to bring to Wanda to show her, you know, because it would help her cope with the loss of her own brother, and that's why she keeps questioning why he looks different. And I mean, they're going off the base that the next Doctor Strange movie is the madness of the multiverse or whatever. And so that's how they're thinking maybe the show will help connect that with the X-Men, and the X-Men will be integrated with Marvel finally. And I mean, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was interesting. I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how
haven't
else...
they... Not that it is going to connect in any way, but haven't they also confirmed that Deadpool's going to have more of a connection to the rest of the Avengers and stuff, too?
I don't know, to be honest.
I feel like Ryan Reynolds posted about that not too long ago.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, I know they're making the third one, but I don't know. I feel like he's just not... I like Deadpool where he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's in his own kind of 18A world, whereas I don't think he'll fit as a nice... I mean, if they do integrate him, he's obviously going to be played down quite a bit more, so...
That or, like, he'll just maybe have, like, a bit of a cameo.
Yeah.
Or, like, they'll give him a couple of one-liners here and there. Because he is very much standalone. Like, it's hard to integrate his style with everybody else's, so...
But we'll see. I mean, Marvel's the giant behemoth that it is. I'm sure it'll figure out a way.
Yep.
And it'll all be good. Although, slightly wandering off WandaVision, but still within the realm of Marvel. Because there was all those rumors going around that all this, like, the old Spider-Mans were signing up to be part of the third Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
But now they're saying, like, no, it's not true. And I'm like,
wow.
But I think it's a red herring. I think they're trying to fucking throw us off. I think...
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't want to say, like... But I've built hype up for this movie now, just for the fact. But I think they've still confirmed that Jamie Foxx... And I think the guy who played Doc Ock are still confirmed to be part of the movie.
Cool.
Honestly, even if they showed up as cameo, like the two Spider-Man showed up as cameos, I would be fine. You know? Right? But yeah, I think maybe this is a Marvel distraction. Because they're very good at that.
Yeah.
I've watched many theory videos where, but like, they've altered footage in the past, basically. You know? They're, examples being the third Thor movie where the thunder was coming out of both eyes, but in actuality he's actually missing his eye by the time that scene happens. Same with Infinity War. The gauntlet, that when Captain America's trying to like hold his fist back, in the trailer I think they only had one or two of the stones in there. But in actuality, I think at that point he almost had all of them except for Vision Stone.
Right.
So, I mean, again, maybe it's just because I'm overhyped for this movie. But that's my hope. I hope it's just them trying to mislead us. Yeah. Or maybe they're part of the multiverse Doctor Strange movie. I don't care. I just want it, okay? Right? Just fucking give this to me, okay? What?
I must say though, I was sad when like Vision was trying to like get out of Wanda's barrier.
I was very confused though. I thought he was supposed to just drop dead.
That's what he technically kind of did, but then that's what I was wondering too. I'm like, is he gonna remain dead when he comes back in the barrier? But no, he seems very much alive still.
He must, maybe it's just because of the extent of Wanda's powers, because, like, there was, like, things trying to suck him back in.
Right.
So she still was strong enough to somehow keep him alive, but within the real world. Yeah. So many bizarre things. And I feel really bad for, I can't remember her name, the cat girl who was, like, chained to the fucking car, and now she's stuck in there.
Darcy?
Yeah.
Kat Dennings, yeah.
I was just like, oh, really? And so she's like, oh, come on. She's like, oh, man.
But I'm interested to see, like, how her character is going to get integrated into, like, that whole thing. Oh, also, what's her face? The neighbor, Agnes.
Yes.
We got a bit of a glimpse of, like, what you were talking about with the possible villain, maybe, with her.
Right? Although now I'm not sure. I'm like, I'm flipping-flopping now. I'm like, I'm not sure now. But yeah, I'll be very sad when WandaVision is over. But I was talking with one of my friends because, like, I still don't know how I feel about the Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier movie. Or is it I don't know what it is. Is it a movie or a TV show? I keep getting it mixed up.
I don't know.
I'm Googling it. Hold on. But I even said, I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I will most likely watch it.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll say about having watched WandaVision. Like, at first, when they were advertising it, I'm like, I don't know if I'm really gonna like it. I have no interest, really. And then my dad started watching the first 2 episodes, and that's when he was like, oh, it's actually kind of cool, because they're, like, giving a callback to the old school shows that were on TV, and they've kind of made it, like, this whole alternate reality type thing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that sounds like my type of, story that I'd watch, so, okay, I'll join. And it actually kind of made me appreciate going back and watching some of the Marvel movies before. Mm-hmm. Because I wasn't as big into Marvel. I was more, into the DC with the Arrowverse and stuff like that. But it's kind of cool how they're all now, like, kind of how we know with the Arrowverse, how they're starting to integrate and cross over with characters and stuff like that and give them their own things. And you see that connection and get more deeper into, like, the types of characters that maybe don't get as much screen time as they do in the Avengers movies, which is cool. Because then you get more appreciation for them.
Right. Okay, so it's a mini-series. So TV show.
Okay, so kind of like WandaVision.
Yeah, and according to IMDb, which apparently can just change its facts whenever it feels like just to fuck Kaylee over, it says that there's only 6 episodes, but we'll see. We shall see. That's usually the one thing they don't always lie about, is the amount of how long something is, but...
Right.
Who knows? But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not as... They think they had a trailer for the Super Bowl for it, and I was just kind of like, alright, it's there. Well, that's the one fun thing I guess I did this week, is I've been rewatching Glee. I'm almost done season 1.
Nice.
And it's just, I don't know. Some of the episodes are, like, there's some of the jokes are just so funny still. Yeah. And I love seeing their musical numbers, and it's actually, I don't know. It's kind of impressive, because I just watched the episode with Olivia Newton-John and Sue do physical. Fuck, that's funny. But they also do, like, a couple things where you're like, that would not fly today.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to treasure these moments, because even, like, I found, and again, maybe it'll be different now that I'm rewatching it a second time. But I remember even season 2, I was like, they're already copying themselves. Like, there's, like, literal episodes that are, like, literally the same. Like, they do the... It's not the Diva Off. It's the Boys versus Girls Week or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So they did that in season... I think it was called the Vitamin C episode, because Shu's wife comes as the nurse of the school and then starts giving them a... What was it? Basically over-the-counter medication, but was abusing it. So that they would have more energy during the day. And they're doing their numbers, and they're all like... Ah! And just, it's so funny just staring at their face, and they're like... And you're like, oh my god. Crazy. But then they do I don't know when it is, but they do, again, the same thing. Season 2, they do a guys and girls off again. Although I do remember that one, they had I really liked the guys mashup songs that they did. Even in season 2 was so good. Yeah,
didn't they do like Kiss or something like that?
No, they did Stop in the Name of Love, and I don't remember what 2 songs it was, but it was real good. It was a real good mashup. And that's the thing I think they're good for.
Yeah. I can't remember which season it was, but they did one. I think it was the guys and girls off, and the guys dressed up like Kiss, and they did Shout It Out Loud.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about, yeah. Maybe that was season 3, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I
should watch that again, too. I might join you in watching it.
Fucking do it, man. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix again.
Hell yeah.
And it's funny, because I've never finished it. And I can actually check Netflix, because I remember it was on Netflix, and me and Mom were trying to get through the last season. But it was just like tooth and nail. It's just not enjoyable. But then they took it off Netflix for quite a long time, and now it just came back. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm just gonna watch it, right?
Yeah.
And my mom's like, and it even shows like where we left off too. And so
really?
I was like, just call me back when you get there, okay? And I was like, all right, I explain that shit to you. But yeah, they have a lot of good dance numbers. And we've talked about this before off the podcast, but then they also take this weird turn where it's like the underdog storyline constantly, and you're like, Ugh. And I feel it also runs, again, right now I'm still enjoying it. It's very early on, but I know later seasons are just fucking awful. But I feel it runs the same problem with Community, where there's that whole thing where they Greendale is a bit of a shithole, but it's special to us because it accepts us. But then by the next season they're like, fuck this school, and you're like, why? Yeah. And I think the exact same thing kind of happens in Glee too, where they're like, yeah, we're awesome, and then they're really mean to each other constantly, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Why? Just one of those things. I don't, but I get, if I remember correctly, they don't always win. And I remember at the time I was like, that's stupid. Why? And I mean, maybe I'll have a new perspective now rewatching it again, thinking differently. But even thinking right now in terms of story, it's tough if you have them win, you know? Because then it's where do you go from there?
Yeah. But you can only push that motivation so long, especially with a show like that, because then it, like you said, it becomes repetitive, right? I don't remember how far it went, but I do remember really enjoying, the storyline and the, between, it was is Rachel and Finn gonna get together? And then there was the whole Finn and Quinn, and then Finn and Quinn and...
Puck.
What's his name? Puck, yeah.
Puck.
And then there was all those, and then, there was people and storylines and relationships to root for on top of, the communal struggle with, finalists or what, and then, so that was good, and then for the first couple tries, it was like, and then now after that, it was just okay,
Although, the one thing I gotta say, even, watching back to season 1, I just keep thinking of that stupid, the Christmas special from Community from season 3, where they're like, what are sectionals? What are regionals? And they're like, I don't know, but they keep talking about it. And so every time they mention it, I just think of it. And then there's the other part where it's, where they're just the teacher's yeah, and then we go to regional semis, and then regional final quarter semis. Because you're yeah, what the fuck? How does any of this work? But, you're just supposed to know, I guess. And I'm yeah. Okay.
That just reminds me of that reality show that we watched that one weekend I came down. That, what was it? Sing It Loud or something like that?
Yes, and they said they were gonna make another season, and they never did.
No. It was the best thing we could have ever stumbled upon on Netflix.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Right? Just the drama. I was like, holy.
We're gonna have to, when we can get together, Bab, we're gonna have to find something just as good and watch it. Could hold off for those times. Hold off.
Right? I'd be down to watch it again, honestly.
If we can find it. Netflix is goodbye. Get off I'm sure we can find something.
Oh, yeah.
There's what is it? There's The Circle and 500 languages we could watch.
Oh, yeah.
Never understood that one. I'm hard pass. No. There's also Too Hot to Handle, which I was meaning to watch because it sounded so stupid.
Yeah.
Too hot. The second you make out, you lose. Oh, but we're all so hot! What are we to do? What is this? And I think it was early talk of pandemic. I think it was just last March when they released it too. So I think it hit the right cusp because the pandemic hit and then everyone was at home and they're like, oh, Tiger King and this? Okay, let's just watch it. Oops, sorry, Mike. Yeah. But fuck me. It just... If that's your only problem, oh my gosh, I'm stuck on this gorgeous island and I'm just really hot. Fuck, just... Please? Can I have those problems? Oh I'm curious. Too hot.
Yeah. I'm curious to know if you get a kick out of... I think I've probably told you about it before, but there's a show on YouTube called Summer Break.
You've mentioned it before, and I think I watched 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, oh my god, that so cringeworthy, but I couldn't get enough of it a few years ago. Man. It's just so dumb.
You know, other people might hate it, but you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this and enjoy a fist because it is dumb and I just want to turn my brain off.
Everybody has some form of guilty pleasure. Like, I can't stand The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. My mom loves it, so she watches it. But, yeah, and, like, just, it's like a car wreck. You can't not watch it. It's like, oh my god.
Right?
It just baffles me that people like that exist in life.
I mean, I'm trying to tell myself that it's the cameras on them, so they are, like, overplaying it, potentially.
Totally. Yeah.
But there's sometimes where I'm like, no, I think this could be them. This is truly them.
Yep.
But whatever. Whatever you're into, fucking enjoy it. Who gives two shits?
Right?
But I think that'll end us for today.
Hell yes.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Yes, hope you enjoyed.
Think there's this little box underneath us where you can leave a comment. Tell us what you think of this thing. You can like the video if you so desire. Do not care. If you do it, though, appreciate it. Watch
and don't forget to subscribe.
Ah, yes, the most important. Because how will you know when we do another one? On another Tuesday? How will you know? How will you be informed? Anyways, fuck us, it's been too long. Have a happy Tuesday, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Consume all the content. Have a good one.
Bye, cinema peeps.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Monkey.
Monkey.
And
slow. We'll just continue talking, and I'll just sneakily hit the button while we're talking.
I would love to see that happen. Ooh, that was not a yawn.
That was definitely not a yawn.
That was not a yawn.